come on out to Brown Mountain Bottle Works at 115 East Union Street in Morganton, North Carolina. The place to be for great craft beer. Browse their shelves filled with hundreds of craft beer selections. Relax and enjoy one of their 8 draft taps. Show your love for the store with their logoed t-shirts, hats, and glassware. Want to see what they have in stock 24 hours a day? Check out their website at www.brownmountainbottleworks.com. We'll see you there.
Hi, I'm Glenn. This is Dave. We're NC Beer Guys. We promote NC Craft Beer online, ncbeerguys.com. We've got something really special for you today, and it's a little bit limited, so you may not be able to get it. But
we are.
We love to, a lot of every we get things that you guys don't get. But it's another fine example of small batch. This comes out of a regular brewery, you know, a one-off, which may not be a one-off. In fact, if it hits big and does well,
they may do it again.
Oftentimes those things wind up in the rotation. But we're drinking the Nickelpoint Brewing Company's Chocolate Cherry Porter, which, quote, combines the roasty coffee and chocolate notes of our robust porter with cherries aged in bourbon. They age the berries on coco nibs from Videri Chocolate Factory in Raleigh. They tell us, quote, notes of chocolate in the aroma are definite, with the flavor rounded by slight subtle sweetness from the cherries. Nickelpoint is the original craft brewery in the Five Points neighborhood of Raleigh, which has attracted several other breweries in recent years. They place special emphasis on quality control in the brewing process that is not found in some typical microbreweries. They say their priority is to brew quality craft beer based on traditional historical styles with contemporary flair.
Oh yeah.
And they do great work there, and we're just all about some Nickelpoint.
That's right.
And if you're heading to 5 Points, that's your first stop, and then check out the other ones while you're still there too.
But yeah, I mean, they have the lab in there, so that's quality control.
Yeah, I had referenced a little article I was researching. This is in the News and Silver a while back. David Bracken wrote an article about how those brothers, one's the brewer, one's the lab manager, scientist there.
Yep.
They come out of a science background. And they've got a lab at Nickelpoint, unlike a lot of the microbreweries. They say among the pieces of equipment you'll find in the lab at Nickelpoint is a high-end spectrophotometer. Spectrophotometer.
Yep.
An instrument that can retail for as much as $10,000 new, and is used in a whole range of high-tech labs to identify and accurately quantify molecules in a solution. And what they say is that allows them to measure all the color of the beer, determine its bitterness, also known as the international bitterness units, and they can sample, and it's just, they do great things and all that. Empirical data gives Bruce and Matt the ability to be very scientific about what they do.
Yep.
And that's just all about it.
It's all about quality control, and then if the flavor's good.
So we've left this out for a little while.
Well, why would you warm up a porter?
Why would you warm up a porter? Because the aroma and the flavor enhances over time. They're sometimes great at refrigerator temperatures, and that's great if you just get one and can't wait a few minutes. But let it sit around, put your hand around it, baby it a little bit, let it warm up, and the taste, the palate, will be much more enhanced. Whatever the flavors are, there'll be more, and they won't compete with each other as much as they do in the cold.
I mean,
it's the same reason you don't use a frosted mug.
Oh.
I mean, it's the same science going on.
Yeah. You basically, there are beers that are meant to be cold, and there are beers that are meant to be cool.
It's like 45 to 55. Is
right.
Right.
You want, and as they warm up, the flavor profiles come out, and you're getting what the brewer wants. If you have a beer like this, ice cold, you're not going to get the flavors. It's going to be a mashup of everything.
But still going to be a good beer. I mean,
it's still
you might really like it.
But it's better.
And as Dave said, it's not the intent.
Right.
The intent flavor is where it gets to be the right temperature to consume it.
And basically it's not saying, hey, I'm going to go and I'm going to pull out my thermometer and I'm going to test this.
Yeah,
thing.
don't be geeky about it.
What we say about this is you get the beer and you feel it and then talk.
And it's just
conversate for a while, and then you try it.
Beer is all about community and interactions and personal stuff. And so, sit at the bar, sit at the table, don't rush it.
That's right.
And you might find the second half of your beer is better than the first half.
That's right.
How about that?
That's right.
So let's see what we get here.
Chocolate aroma.
Oh, nice aroma. Nice aroma. Videri knocked it out of the park on that aroma. Ooh.
very chocolatey, with the cherry sweetness.
Nice cherry though too. Cherry is not a flavor that I'm crazy about, but this is very good because it's not in any way extracty cherry flavor.
Right.
It's not medicinal in any way, but that subtleness of the cherries, just a little bit of fruit and the sweetness comes through on top of that chocolate.
I was looking at it because there's cherries aged in bourbon, so they're not as robustly sweet.
Right.
The bourbon brings them down, actually kind of mellows them out. But you're not getting bourbon out of it.
And the bourbonness is so subtle too.
I didn't get that.
Yeah, I get a little hint. You're not a bourbon in your head.
Aficionado.
I don't know about that.
Yes. But this is it's a great. The chocolate hit me right up front, and that's what I like about some of the beers when they say they're chocolate and
This is
not.
And it's not that sweet chocolate either. It's that bitter kind of goes with the chocolate that's just so good.
I love that. And honestly, even what we have now can probably be a little bit warmer.
Oh yeah, that might be.
So,
But we're not going to make you sit and watch it.
yeah,
Get
well,
warm.
chill back. We'll wait for about 10 minutes.
That's right. That's right. So when you're in 5 Points next time, make sure you check out Nickelpoint and also Neuse River and Linwood, and I'll probably forget one. Who else is there now? There's something else going on there. There's a new one. Oak City, isn't that nearby?
Oak City? No.
Okay.
Oak City's
Anyway,
Highdale.
but hit up the 5 Points area. It's definitely becoming a beer place. And particularly our thanks go out to Dave Hedges for making
right.
sure we got this growler on our hand. Thanks,
Thank
Dave.
you so much.
And we enjoyed it very much. We encourage you to get out there and try some beer. Drink local and keep your beer dollars in North Carolina.